To start, sit tall, with your legs flat or angled slightly down off your stool. Your heels should be slightly in front of your knees so that your feet can bend up and down easily from the floor. It's important that your stool is not too low on the ground. That angle down from your legs is really important. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. The snare drum goes directly in between your knees, high enough so that you can hit rim shots on it, but low enough so that your forearms are still angled slightly down as you play. The hi-hat and bass drum pedals go directly under your feet, evenly spaced off your center. This is the big one because it looks in pictures like bass drums and players are facing straight front and that the hi-hat goes off to your side, but that's not actually true. If you sit in that position, you will be twisted sideways, and it's not good for your long-term health or your mechanical ability. If you need to point your bass drum flat to a stage or something, just realize that you're actually going to be facing slightly to your left as you play, and that's okay. You can always turn and smile for the pictures. Your floor toms, usually just one, goes equal in height to your snare drum and just on the other side of your knee. I basically use the same angle as well, but that's something that you can experiment with. The rack toms are tricky because they can be different sizes and they can sit at different angles. For me, the goal is to reach up from my snare and have the drum under my sticks at the same angle as my snare when I'm down here. For deeper drums, that means that they're going to end up more angled, and for shallow drums, it's going to be more flat. But I custom set that for any drum I'm using so that it always feels right no matter what it is. The ride cymbal for me is low, straight off my arm, just above my floor tom level. The middle of the bow of the cymbal goes right under my stick when my arm is hanging loose at the elbow, and I move my rack tom side to side accordingly if I need to, because I'm going to spend way more time on my ride than I am on the toms, so this is the more important thing to place. All my other cymbals are positioned like rack toms, angled to account for their position so that I can reach out to the bell and the bow, as well as the edge to crash. And I tend to put them mostly around my ride cymbals since I play a lot of theater shows and I have a lot of music and page turns. I like to keep my hi-hat area open for a music stand so I have the option to do that, but that's just me and my situation. You should experiment a lot before you settle on a semi-permanent placement for all of your cymbals. My exception on the left side is a small splash that I might put low over my hi-hat right around here. It's common stylistically to have short splashes paired with hi-hat rides, especially in early swing music, and it's easiest if that's close right over here on the left side.